Before we begin, make sure to hit the like button, drop your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe to Jikook Lover right now so you never miss the biggest BTS stories, shocking moments, and viral mysteries taking over the fandom worldwide. Because today, we're talking about a moment that lasted only a few seconds, yet somehow managed to leave millions of armies completely speechless. At first glance, it looked like nothing. No dramatic performance, no surprise announcement, no emotional speech. Just Jimin briefly lowering himself on stage during the massive Busan concert. But then something happened. Cameras captured the exact moment. Fans noticed it instantly. Social media exploded. Clips began spreading across platforms at lightning speed. And before anyone could fully understand why, one simple action had become one of the most talked about moments among armies around the world. So what exactly did fans see? Why are people still replaying those few seconds over and over again? Was it simply Jimin tying his shoelaces before continuing the show? Or did that tiny gesture reveal something much bigger about the idol millions adore? The deeper fans looked, the more questions began to appear. And some of the reactions were far more emotional than anyone expected. Stay with us until the very end, because this story starts with a simple shoelace, but it may lead to a surprising debate that nobody saw coming. What made this moment even more fascinating was the fact that it happened during one of the most important events in BTS history. The Busan concert was not just another performance. It was a global spectacle. Millions of eyes were watching. Every movement on stage was being recorded, analyzed, and shared across social media in real time. Fans expected unforgettable performances, breathtaking visuals, and emotional interactions between the members. What nobody expected was that one of the most replayed clips from the event would involve Jimin doing something as ordinary as tying his shoelaces. And yet, that is exactly what happened. Within hours, short clips began circulating online. At first, the videos seemed almost insignificant. Some fans uploaded them simply because they found the moment cute. Others shared screenshots accompanied by heart emojis and emotional captions. But then something unusual started to happen. The views kept climbing. Thousands became hundreds of thousands. Hundreds of thousands became millions. The comments section transformed into a flood of reactions from fans trying to explain why they couldn't stop watching those few seconds. Some said it was because Jimin looked incredibly focused. Others claimed it showed his professionalism. Many believed it revealed something deeper about his personality. But perhaps the most interesting part was that nobody seemed to agree on exactly why the moment felt so special. Was it the contrast between the superstar image and the ordinary action? Was it because fans rarely get to see such unscripted moments during massive concerts? Or was there something about Jimin himself that turned even the smallest gesture into something unforgettable? Those questions quickly became the center of discussion. As clips continued spreading across platforms, fans began zooming in on every detail. They analyzed his expression. They examined the timing. They looked at the reactions of nearby staff and members. Every frame became a subject of investigation. For casual viewers, this level of attention might seem surprising. After all, we're talking about someone tying a shoelace. But longtime armies understood immediately why the moment resonated so strongly. Throughout BTS's career, fans have always been drawn to authenticity. Beyond the music, beyond the performances, beyond the awards and records, many supporters feel connected to the members because of the genuine moments they share. Those brief glimpses behind the polished image often become some of the most cherished memories within the fandom. And this moment felt exactly like one of those glimpses. For a few seconds, the enormous stage seemed to disappear. The roaring crowd seemed to fade into the background. The bright lights and giant screens no longer mattered. Instead, fans saw a person making sure his shoelaces were secure before continuing with a demanding performance. Simple, practical, human, yet somehow powerful. The emotional reaction surprised even some fans themselves. Many admitted they didn't know why the clip affected them so much. One fan wrote that watching Jimin calmly take care of something so ordinary reminded them that despite his global fame, he remains relatable. Another commented that the moment demonstrated humility. Others described it as comforting. There were even fans who joked that Jimin could make any activity look adorable, whether he was dancing in front of thousands or simply tying a shoe. As the discussion grew larger, media pages and fan communities started highlighting the clip. Soon, what began as a tiny moment transformed into a worldwide conversation. Then came another unexpected twist. People who weren't even BTS fans started noticing the video. Some encountered it through viral reposts. Others saw it on recommendation feeds. Many had no context whatsoever. Yet even among non-fans, reactions followed a similar pattern. They watched. They smiled. Then they watched again. That raised another mystery. Why was a clip requiring almost no explanation generating such widespread attention? Experts in fan culture often talk about the power of authenticity in the digital age. In a world dominated by carefully curated content, spontaneous moments can feel more valuable than planned ones. Audiences are constantly searching for something real, something unfiltered, something that escapes the script. Could that be why this moment connected with so many people? Perhaps, but some fans had another theory. They argued that the clip wasn't popular despite its simplicity. It was popular because of its simplicity. Think about it. During a concert filled with spectacular choreography, powerful vocals, explosive production, and unforgettable performances, nobody expected one of the most discussed moments to involve a shoelace. That contrast made the scene stand out. The unexpected nature of it created curiosity, and curiosity led people to watch, then watch again, and again. Soon, new conversations emerged. Fans began comparing this moment to other famous BTS moments that became legendary precisely because they were unscripted. A missed cue, a spontaneous interaction, a genuine laugh, a quick glance between members. History has shown that some of the most beloved BTS memories aren't always the ones planned months in advance. Sometimes they're the moments nobody saw coming, and that realization only fueled interest further. What if this was another example? What if this tiny scene would eventually become one of those iconic fandom memories that people continue discussing years from now? At that point, the conversation shifted from the action itself to what it represented. People started asking larger questions. What is it about Jimin that captures attention so effortlessly? Why do even ordinary moments involving him seem to resonate emotionally with fans? Is it his stage presence, his personality, his connection with ARMY, or is it a combination of all three? The answers varied depending on who was asked. Some pointed to his reputation as a perfectionist performer. They believed the moment reflected his attention to detail. Before continuing one of the biggest performances of his career, he made sure everything was exactly as it should be. Others saw kindness and humility. Instead of appearing concerned with image, he simply handled a practical issue without hesitation. And some fans viewed the scene through a more emotional lens. For them, it wasn't really about the shoelace at all. It was about seeing someone they admire in an unguarded moment. A brief reminder that behind the superstar image exists a real person navigating real situations. As these interpretations spread, the clip took on a life of its own. Every day brought new edits, new reactions, new theories, new emotional posts. What had started as a tiny detail became a phenomenon. And perhaps the most surprising part of all was that nobody could predict how far the discussion would go. Because the more people talked about the moment, the more meaning seemed to emerge from it. Some saw professionalism, some saw humility, some saw authenticity, some saw comfort, some saw inspiration. Yet despite all these interpretations, one question remained unanswered. What was Jimin actually thinking during those few seconds? Was he simply focused on fixing a loose shoelace before continuing the performance? Or was there something more happening behind that brief moment that fans never got to see? And if a simple action could spark this much emotion across the globe, what does that say about the extraordinary connection between Jimin and the millions of people who continue to support him every single day? Perhaps the real mystery isn't why the clip went viral. Perhaps the real mystery is why such a small moment felt so meaningful to so many people.